Good morning! We made it to Las Vegas. We landed at 10 p.m. last night, which was actually 1 a.m. Toronto time, so we were very tired. All we did was get to the hotel, check in, and head right to bed. This morning we slept in, but because of the time difference, it's still like almost 8 a.m. The plan is to find breakfast and then just explore the strip and see what we find. Hi. Let's go. After lunch, we walked around the strip some more, located the Sphere, where we'll be going later tonight, and hopped on the Deuce bus, which goes up and down the strip and costs $8 per person for a 24-hour pass. We also checked out the infamous Las Vegas sign, which, by the way, is a whole attraction, and yes, you will need to stand in a long line to get a photo if you go in the middle of the afternoon like we did, or just be okay with taking a photo at the side like I did. Later that evening, we had tickets to the Sphere experience. I had no idea what to expect, but it was so cool. Before you go in for the actual show portion, there's a whole room with various exhibits and experiences, including talking with a humanoid robot, which I thought was simultaneously cool and slightly creepy. Then we got into the Sphere itself. If you're thinking of getting tickets, I would recommend prioritizing being a little more centered rather than close to the front, because being that close doesn't matter that much. I obviously didn't record during the main show itself, but I was incredibly impressed by how cool it was and how high quality and crisp all the images on the screen were. Whether you come for the Sphere experience or an actual concert here, I would definitely say this is a must-do while in Vegas. The next day, we continued our explorations and found the Bellagio Conservatory and Botanical Garden, which they have seasonal installations for. So it was springtime, and this one was called Tea and Tulips. It felt like Bridgerton meets Alice in Wonderland meets Fairy Garden Tea Party, and it was just so gorgeous. I loved walking around and soaking up the vibes. We continued on our exploration, checking out the Cosmopolitan Hotel, which my mom particularly enjoyed. And then we stopped by Eataly, an Italian-inspired food court with so many delicious options, ranging from sit-down restaurants to takeout pizzas, deli, gelato, so much goodness. So we got some takeout for dinner. We were pretty wiped after the 2 days of lots of walking, so we just relaxed at the hotel until it was time for us to get ready and go see Cirque du Soleil. We saw the show O, which was the one at the Bellagio that has a pool built into the stage, and the bottom of the pool kind of raises and lowers based on whether they're diving or kind of walking across the water, and it was incredible. Definitely a very unique show to experience. Editing Elena from the future here. After these 2 days in Vegas, we started our 7-day road trip, which included Zion National Park, Monument Valley, the Grand Canyon, Sedona, which is all going to be in a separate vlog coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. After that road trip though, my dad and I dropped off my mom at the airport because she had an earlier flight, and then we basically had all day to kill because our flight wasn't until late that night, so we decided to venture a little bit outside of Vegas, and here's what we got up to. The main plan was to go to Hoover Dam, and along the way we found this little rock garden with sculptures of local animal species, which was kind of cool, and then we went for a little walk on the historic railroad trail, which used to be, of course, a railroad that was used to transport materials during the construction of the Hoover Dam. It has sweeping views of Lake Mead, the largest man-made lake in the US. Keep in mind that this trail is closed to hikers in the summer months because of how hot it gets and the lack of shade on the trail, so definitely come prepared with lots of water. The trail does lead all the way to Hoover Dam, but we only walked the portion with the tunnels and then turned around and drove to the actual dam. First, we went up on the bridge lookout, which is so high up and gives you a great view of just how massive this dam is. And then we drove across the dam itself. There is paid parking on either end, but we didn't feel like paying. So if you keep going up, there is a small free lot where we managed to get a spot and got a view of the Hoover Dam from the other side. It was pretty cool to see, and I think that a visit here would be especially cool for people who are really into engineering or construction. There are so many plaques and informative panels with lots of drawings and explanations about both the dam and the bridge construction. When we got back to Vegas, we checked out the Luxor Hotel, which we didn't get to see before, and finally did a bit of gambling where I won $30 and then promptly lost it all again. And that concludes our Vegas adventure. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a like and a subscribe and even a comment if you're feeling generous. It really helps my channel grow. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.